the chat. Alex.
Man, I just came on to complain about this glitchiness on the web app.
I know, right? Let's get into this. Oh my gosh. What's going on? Thanks for coming on, man. It's been a while since we chatted. Of course,
yeah,
the wedding and we had everything, and Decon's coming up. So, how you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for having me. I figured I was about to send out a tweet. I figured if there was anybody I wanted to see react, it's a good thing you're live. So, you want to look at a little? You want to look at a little something?
You're not doing it again, are you, Alex?
I mean, come on. You're like the live reaction guy now.
Oh my God! Here, okay. The last time you did this, okay, yeah, go. Yeah, do you want me to blow your screen up here?
I'll do this.
Let's get you right here. There you go.
Yeah, you can blow me up, I guess.
You're on full. Okay, I don't know what's happening here, guys. Breaking news.
All right, add that. I added a video. Can you do that? Present?
Yeah, I can add it.
Yeah, there you go.
No way! It's R2! No way! Are you serious, Alex?
I know you're a Star Wars head, so I had to give you that little something.
Oh my God, dude! This is amazing. When's he coming out?
Check your Twitter.
Check the Twitter. Okay, I'm checking Twitter right now. You just tweeted it out.
Yeah,
okay.
You might as well bring it up.
Okay, I'm shaking a bit here. Hold on. What the hell? You can't keep doing this to me, Alex. This is crazy.
Hey, if you're going to be live, I might as well, right?
Oh, okay. I don't want to remove this off screen. Let's play this again. Wait. Play this again. Can everybody hear this? Let's absolutely go. I know Fortnite just dropped a whole week-long Skywalker thing.
Looks really cool. Yeah.
I was gonna say I was in a Twitter space earlier and I said, hey guys, Fortnite's dropping this whole Skywalker week. I wonder if I never put anything out though. This is incredible. Hold on, let's just get to the Twitter. There it is right here. Okay, let's read. Okay, do you want to read this, Alex? Do you want to read, or do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go for it. Read it.
Okay. The Star Wars Droids collection. So this is a new umbrella, right? Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Don't do this to me, Alex. I'm telling you. Celebrates droids, the lifeblood of the galaxy, who take care of everything from vehicle maintenance to communication. 4 droids. Drop in blind box format Thursday, November the 3rd at 8 a.m. So this Thursday coming up.
This Thursday.
There you go, guys. This is awesome. R2 fully animated. So can you tell us any more about them, or are you just want to wait for the Medium article? Are they all animated or
they're not all animated. This is
actually
this is the only one that's animated. But
that's beautiful.
Yeah, I think we definitely wanted to make sure that this that if there was going to be another appearance of R2 on the platform, that it was going to be fully animated and have sound. So we're really excited about that. R2 is, obviously iconic, classic, one of my favorites. And I'll be happy to put him next to my golden moment for sure.
That is amazing. Now I'm going to show you something, because over here you guys can't see it, but this is and this is legit, guys. This is me. I'm going to blow this up right here. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm fumbling around here, Alex. Forgive me, please forgive me.
I only came in and sprang this on you, so I don't take all the time you need.
So this in the corner, can you guys see this? This is a permanent display in my office. Oh, there's a whole R2 shelf with vintage originals and all that. Of course, I have the original, but that's in a box, nice and safe, because that's like thousands of dollars. Yeah. But yeah, this is crazy, man. So this is the start of the whole new series of droid stuff. That is awesome. That is
I'm really excited about it. I mean, obviously they're gonna be, there's only so many of the the main droids. Obviously, R2 and C-3PO are the most iconic droids of the franchise.
Yeah.
Doesn't this sound great? The sound is amazing.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you
But
guys keep bringing the fire, right?
yeah, there's going to be some, hopefully for this collection, as they continue, if the further series come out, there are going to be some deep cuts, which I always appreciate. And so hopefully we can, I had my wish list of what droids we would bring out. So we'll see if we get to them. Yeah.
Well, I'll do a guess. I'll guess. You don't have to say anything, but I'll guess. Okay, let's go. I'll guess. I'll guess.
I'll give you. I'll give you a hint. You want a hint?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We'll say.
I know which ones.
You do? Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I think C-3PO. I think BB-8, and I'll take that new one from the Andor show. That little dude.
Oh yeah. What is it? What do they call him? What is his name?
I can't remember.
They call him like a single word, right? They kind of nickname him for something.
Yeah, I forget the moment, but he's new, and because with the new show, you had that new ship, and you had I'm just just trying to be I'm trying to be smart. I'm probably dead wrong.
I feel you. But you're not totally off base. It's not him, but you're not off. You're not that off.
I'm not too far off. Okay,
you've been watching Andor?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's so damn good. It's fantastic. It's like, I mean, next to Mando, it might be like my favorite new Star Wars shit of like the last several years. Just
what I like about the show is I like the slow, steady pace, and I like that. I mean, I'm all for battles, lightsabers, dark side, light side. I'm all for like spaceship battles and all that kind of stuff. But I like the slow, steady story progression, and I like to be able to sit there and watch the thing, and I will watch it back, And so I love the Empire. Like, I love the background, like finding out about the inner workings of the Empire and the officers. So for me, like as a Star Wars nut, I mean, it's just pure candy the whole time for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, and I was also like I'm a big Rogue One fan. So just to see that more of that backstory is really cool.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, this is great, man. So let me ask you, Alex, because, you see what's going on in other communities. And I know you got a Superman comic, right? You tweeted that out. And so, and I really liked what you said about kind of the rising tide sort of thing, lifts all ships or something like that. Really, I don't want to, but how do you feel about the space in general?
I think it's great. I think I've heard many people even talk about how, DC Comics coming out with Superman was, even exposure for that Marvel Comics even exist on the DC platform. So people were coming on to our platform thinking like, okay, so if NFT comics are a thing and I can read them, they're fully readable. And then some of these like Grail comics that I could never get otherwise. I think it's great exposure. I think we're going to continue to kind of hone our offering, obviously, as with more publishers. Different kind of mint size experiments. But I think, with Marvel, we've proven that we have really good experience. There's always room for improvement, obviously. Like I think I ultimately would love to have the panel by panel reading on the reader. For sure. But I think, I think it's a different offering that DC has out there with the same cover kind of quality grading, that kind of thing. I find it's interesting. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, but I think it's interesting. It's I kind of like I like our exclusive art. Obviously, it's not a competition, but I do love.
It's different. It's just different.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see what they come out with next. I see that they delayed it a week. I was hoping to kind of hone my queue list waiting skills and get one this time. But
I'm happy they're delaying it, because it would be probably Thursday, because now I have another week to save up, because I'm going all in on R2 here. So
right. Yeah.
Same day, right? Like that would have been too much for me to handle, my poor heart.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big month in general. Obviously you have more DC coming out, but for us, obviously we have DCon, we have Star Wars on Thursday. We have more comics of our own, but like it's shaping up to be a pretty exciting end of the year here, especially with hopefully MCP coming by the end of the year for Christmas, and OUP article this week, which doesn't really particularly touch me, but I'm obviously very close to it.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll be working with Reese to make sure that he gets the good word out there, and then obviously from my own standpoint, just working to build the team up internally here.
I was gonna mention it now that you're on that. Like, you do want to? I know a lot of people already know, but you know, Veve R2D2, old rhubarb. I mean, you guys like that's so cool. Like he and I'll before you even say anything. I mean, the vids he's been doing for for Veve, just like the quality has been like right up at the top, and like finding out. And so that's so obviously he applied for the job for a job. And you guys saw some potential in that guy. He's the best.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, the way it happened, and I won't go too into it, but the way it happened is like I was already kind of interested in talking to content creators out there, because there's a lot of people that do really good work, like you included, that have like good content. You talk about the collectibles, you can tell you're passionate about it. You do the research, you know the backstories and stuff, and then just seeing Corey's content, the way you can tell the amount of research and care he put into like the artist, comic artist profiles and the info dumps, etc. So I had to just kind of generally was asking him, if there was a possibility that we could just kind of work together from like a, having him featured on a couple of videos. And then I had that job open, but I think I was trying to shoehorn too much job description into that one job, because that job was not only of a content producer, but it was kind of running the day-to-day social. And I think you can't really do that. It's too much of a job. And then I'm sure you heard that Noah left. His last day was yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
He got a really good new opportunity, and he's moving to France and going to work in blockchain gaming. And just what an incredible opportunity for him. So of course, he had to take us. So that kind of freed up another role. And I was like, okay, so let me rethink of how I'm approaching this this team. So I split it out into like specifically content producer to kind of help us take our content to the next level, and then I'll have someone just do the social and community management, and then I'll move Discord under like take Discord off the plate entirely, and then move that under one of our senior mods.
For sure. As you just
so that's kind of
structure a bit better, and for sure. Right.
So I had talked to Corey, and I was like, hey, how would you feel about actually coming on and just doing the producer? I know you applied, but what about just the producer and not the? And then obviously that was music to his ears, because day-to-day socials, it's a grind. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and then he wants to focus on making the content best it can be. So just seeing the amount of prep he went through, and even to ask me on his channel for an interview, I saw he had like a full-on document of like preparation, and this is the questions, this is the cadence, and I was like, okay, so this guy is well versed in prepping for and it was just all basically all I needed to see. So we had some more discussions, and it worked out so that he could come on the team. And basically it's unfortunate it's a good voice that he and Heather had together and in that channel, but I think the talent is undeniable, and I'd much rather see him making that caliber of content for us as opposed to about us.
Oh, so, definitely. I mean, you guys like, being able to have that and put that stuff out there. I mean, like just learning a lot from each one of those. And there's so much stuff I learned just from watching his vids, their vids just about artists and stuff like that. I mean, it's, so I was really impressed actually too on like, because, here I am with my channel and what I do, and everybody's got their thing. And he like just stuck with what he was doing and creating really good stuff, and not worried about like, crazy growth and like trying to be all like, in everyone's face. He's like, no, I think this is what I like to do. And he found a really nice little like niche carved out and provided a lot of good service. So hopefully that those kind of, are we going to get, you think those kind of vids from you guys through him? Like, because I love those vids, right?
It's kind of like the point, and I loved watching them so much. And I with giving him more lead time and to do the research and to create, it's going to be immensely helpful. And we can have more resources and working directly with our licensing partners on other materials to kind of supplement those types of videos. So it's not going to be just him really grinding and try to find out what he can, and in between the time when we announce it and when the thing drops, it's usually like today, it's like 2 days, it's like 1.5 days notice.
He was still doing it though. He was still doing it.
He was still banging it out. So he's really, really, really committed to it. So like, imagine what he could do with like 2 weeks lead time, or 1 week even. So I'm excited to have him on board. And we just had our first, today was his first day on the job. So we just had our big meeting before this. And
so awesome.
I said, hey, I got to get off here. I got to go tweet about Star Wars droids, and then I saw you were live. I was like, let's go.
Oh my God.
You're
too nice, man. Look at Hinanu right here. Alex says, David, if you're watching, Alex G needs a raise. Let's go. And thanks for the super chat, Hinanu, for sure. Appreciate that.
Yeah. I will settle for him actually leasing the room in my garage that he's taking up of all his collectibles.
Oh, jeez. Oh my God. The collection grows. It just continues to.
Every time he comes to the States, or LA at least, he picks up more stuff than he doesn't have, the suitcase room to take it back with him. So it just sits in my garage, which is hilarious. But totally. Good stuff.
That's awesome. Anyway. Hey, I got to ask you, since I got you here, did you want to mention something about the airdrop? There's some sort of issue. I haven't looked into it, but at all. Or is that something you guys want to talk about officially, or what?
I have to dig more into that because I saw some conversation about it, and to be honest with you, I've been so buried in decon planning that I haven't really spent a lot of time in the mentions. But I see that some people didn't get it, or that the snapshot maybe took longer than exactly 8 a.m. or whatever it was supposed to be. So people who dumped it right after, or sold it rather. So I don't mean to color it that way, but people who sold it in the marketplace immediately after the snapshot didn't get the airdrop. So at the end of the day, I think we either need to be clear that there's a window of time you need to hold it, or if you didn't get it, then we need to have those people file a support ticket. We need to figure out something about it.
Well, the airdrops is like, it's not like super new, but it's pretty new for Veve, right? I mean,
it's newer. I mean, we've done airdrops. It's just kind of like the way, and just to be clear about, publicizing. And I've seen a lot of complaints about like, you shouldn't announce airdrops. And I'm like, well, unfortunately, we kind of have to. That's just legally from these licensors. We're required to announce.
I like knowing.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I think I like knowing too, but it also encourages people to do exactly why they're complaining they didn't get the airdrop, is that they get rid of it right after the snapshot, just to get the airdrop. So
sure.
And that's not to say that's an invalid approach. It's just it just needs to be clearer about how long the snapshot actually takes. So whether or not we start the process at 8 doesn't mean it's finished. It's not instantaneous. It's not like you're actually taking a picture. It's like a process.
Yeah.
And so it's clear that that's not entirely on point. So I just need to talk to Dan, to talk to the devs and see like what we could do about either rectifying that or changing the messaging moving forward, because ultimately I'm the one who has to like figure out that something went wrong, and then
come on here and say stuff. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Even though I'd rather talk about R2.
Yeah.
Like okay. Well, thanks for, we'll just wait for more info from you guys. Of course, obviously you guys are really good at that kind of thing afterwards anyway, and getting into stuff. So, I haven't really looked into it at all, but
ultimately, I we always try to address those things, but the more they happen, it's not great. It's a cumulative effect of like, okay, well, Veve messed up again. It's not great. So I think we need to just make sure we have some more buttoned up policies internally about like how long processes take, what the actual stance is on how many airdrops people get per number of sets held, which in theory it should be, you'll own more than one set, you get more than one airdrop. And I'm not sure if that's an issue this time, but like I said, I'm still kind of digging into it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, thanks for addressing that. Right, that's awesome. Yeah, so like, what's on your plan now, Alex? You got more, like, obviously more stuff's coming. I mean, the master collector. I mean, we don't have to get into a whole recap video. We already saw the big community update. I did a recap on it, but I mean, this month, I'm pretty excited about like just the whole space in general with the other projects too. But like Veve in particular, you saw the markets going up a bit. You never know what's going to happen with that day to day. We're just watching, but you can see it, right? Like I can see it. It's something's happening. And I think those announcements you guys made are really starting to like, make people kind of like really start to dig in a bit. What would you recommend? Would you recommend people? Well, just like in terms of like, how the space is going. Do you feel like it's big stuff is going to happen? I know you guys are announcing it and you're putting these dates on it now. Do you recommend people just like, hold tight here, or what do you think? I mean, if you were in my shoes, what would you say?
I mean, I always recommend people hold tight just to, not make any rash decisions at all, or like in the wake of any news or speculative news or anything like that. Now, granted, MCP has been a long time coming, and I'm sure there is going to be, regardless of those points being retroactive and accumulating in the background this whole time. I mean, it's still going to be different, and it's still going to inspire some different, behaviors once you actually see the numbers and the rankings and where you are in the process, and what it actually yields in terms of like drop lottery, etc. Like
rankings, Alex, rankings. That does nuts. That's just crazy.
Yeah, people. Yeah. So you never know how people are going to react. So I recommend obviously kind of hold tight until you get a feel for what it is that what you want to achieve with MCP, and B, like there's always going to be a subset of people who make drastic moves, either because they are anticipating MCP, or once MCP comes out that they have decided for some reason that they don't like it, or whatever the case is. There's always those people that move too quick for their own good, and I think it's always just worth taking a deep breath, stick with your strategy, whatever that is, and just at the end of the day, collect what you like. And if you are looking for more Star Wars stuff and you want to hold all your MCP stuff for draft lotteries for Star Wars, then do that. If you want to save more for, comic grails or whatever the case is, then do that. Like, it's just really depending on what you like and what your goal is with the platform. Now, for me, obviously, I can't. It's not going to affect me too much because I can't really do much in terms of. I don't even know if I actually am eligible for MCP. That's actually probably a good question. I probably should have asked Dan.
But you mean yourself? Like you?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I hold collectibles. I just, there's I have limits on how much of certain things I can hold. Like I can't do, like I know you stack comics, for instance, and I can't do that. Like I have a very specific, limitations on how I can move because it.
Interesting.
Insider trading considerations. Yeah,
no doubt.
You know what I mean?
I guess Corey's gonna have to think about that now too a bit.
Yeah, and I'll make sure he knew that.
He's gonna have to liquidate his stacks. Oh no, Corey! No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Generally, he collects what he likes. I don't have any stacks, and basically, I haven't really sold anything. I've sold like a few things to move into other things. But for the most part, I still have just generally what I like. And then I tried to buy I've tried to buy comics. Like, and when I say it, I can't stack. I mean, there are times where I've bought, like I tried to get 4 comics on the drop and I got all commons. So I have a stack of 4 commons on a lot of these comics. But
I hear you.
I don't do like significant like power stacking like you or sleeping, for instance.
Well, my power stacks went into Amazing Fantasy, and now I'm trying to.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I had like and then they've all, and I've been very clear about it on the channel. Everybody, my whole it's just Amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Has got all my attention, but now I'm, because of the article announcement, and I was already feeling that way anyway. I was like, you know what, I need to rebuild the damage that comic has done to me. And when I say damage, I mean in a good way.
Exactly. Look, everything that I buy on the platform, because I don't really sell anything or I don't have things to move around like that, is all fiat. So it's all, paying. And so like, I'm kind of limited on some of like the things that I've been looking at in the market. So because I didn't buy anything before this little mini surge here, like I got some pieces that I was keeping an eye on that like are now out of my reach. And I'm like, so I have to wait until payday.
Some stuff came close to my reach and now it's gone back. And I'm
like, exactly.
Whoa!
Although I will say, like as far as the latest kind of, we'll call it, bear market activity, I did end up moving into a ultimate fallout for Secret Rare. So that's like, that's been my last big purchase of the last 6 months. Everything else I did on the drop. Yeah.
Do you mind, because it was around 1,100 or so, or 1,000? Did you snag it around that range? Are you cool with saying? Yeah, because that's so beautiful. That I was just looking at that. And I could sell a few Amazing Fantasies of my stack and get one of those, but it's tough, like, but I'm actually in a position pretty quickly here to put some more fiat in because I've been transitioning some of my toy sales. I won't sell those R2s you saw in that case. Those are
please don't. Yeah,
those are locked in, and that's before any of this news. I mean, that's just they're just beautiful. He's over right over there.
Good stuff.
But I can't wait to play with the one that's coming too. So
I had very few pieces that I was really keeping an eye on to try to move into, but like I said, I don't know what it is that. Like, I don't even have a strategy myself, so I think I really just end up buying what I like. So I was keeping an eye on partners because I didn't get that. And I didn't get any of the Miles collectibles on the drop, so I've been kind of keeping an eye on those, but I don't, I think probably for me, I'm probably going to hold out for more Star Wars. And I do buy all the stamps. So I do buy stamps. I do I buy all I complete every stamp set, and that's just because it's closer to my heart. Like my grandfather collected stamps, and I was like super into them with him. So that's just kind of generally. And for the mariachi ones in particular, like I helped the music. I helped the concept those and pick the music and find the library that we could stem out for the individual instruments. Just because I was like, all right, I know more about mariachi than all of you put together. So let me handle this one, and they let me. So that was very cool.
That must have been really awesome.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Super fun. Really, and now they're there, and how they all work together. That's pretty rad. I'm going to Mexico in at Christmas time.
Oh, are you really?
I go to Puerto Vallarta usually every year, but we haven't because of COVID. It's been 3 years, but the family goes. Like, there's a few groups, and we all get together, and we usually go down to Puerto Vallarta because I'm in West Coast Canada. It's a really quick flight, so I'm going to bring those stamps. And the funny thing is, at the hotel we usually go to on Thursdays, because we usually go the same one. It's just easy with the kids and everybody. And we know they have the Mexican night, they call it, and they have the mariachi band, the whole deal. So like those stamps, I'm going to be bringing those. I'm going to be like, hey, check it out. Nice. And it's going to be really fun, So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm already trying to plot when I'm going back, because obviously I got married down there in Oaxaca, so it was such a good time, and I just love being down there. And the plan at some point is to move down there permanently, and at least for a few years, because I'm remote, so I can work from anywhere. It's just a matter of convincing my better half now that.
Are we going to see her at DCon, or is she going to make?
I don't know. It's funny. She's a little more of a private person, and
she doesn't want to go on bids with you. She doesn't want to.
Well, it's funny because she was considering it, and then she found out there was like 400 to 500 VV fam coming. She's like,
oh my god, yeah.
Because I wouldn't be able to like hang out with her. I'm gonna be so busy that weekend working all the different things in the booth. And she doesn't really know anybody really. I mean, she's met a couple people like from the last event, from the kickoff party, like, so she knows like Max and Jamie, the Omi homies,
Sure. Yeah. So she was there at that one last spring, right?
The kickoff party. Yeah. She came out afterwards with us. And then but like, she's not on Twitter, she's not on Twitter Spaces, she buys drops every once in a while when she likes something, but she's not particularly involved. So yeah, she may sit it out. Yeah.
You're like maximum involved. She's sort of like partially involved. I'm sure she loves it when you're answering all sorts of crazy questions. I'm sure she's.
I can tell you what she loves. She loves it on Friday nights when I do Don't AMA, because that gives her a chance to catch up on all her ridiculous Netflix shows and reality programming that I despise.
Another one coming up every Friday. You got another one?
Yeah,
because that Halloween one was pretty fun. And by the way, just face to face or screen to screen, thanks again for playing the champion song.
Oh yeah,
my daughter's team, like half their team was over at our house, and I just held the phone up. And dude, I got to tell you, man, it makes me emotional because that was just such an an amazing day in my life and her life.
That's cool, man. I was happy.
It's so cool. And all you guys were you guys were doing emotes in there, and it was like that's the VV fam, man. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we should have a fun one this week. I'll have to get you on at some point. So come over and put a playlist together. I know your music taste is fairly eclectic, so I'd love to have you on.
Yeah, I spread it all around.
last week was first appearance of David Yu too, so that was cool.
That's right. That was good. That was nice. This is cool. So like, and I don't want to take too much of your time, of course. I'm sure you got lots of stuff to do, but like David was down there and I was up there and I was like, I haven't spoken to David yet, right? So I'm saving it to decon, right? I'm going to go up, right in person. But I could have went, hey, David, and he could have went, hey, MyCollectables, and it would have been like, there it is, the first conversation. But I'll save I'll save it for real life, if I get a chance.
And he knows who you are. In fact,
yeah, I hope so.
Well, in fact, we had an Airbnb all together for San Diego Comic-Con, and we had a smart TV in the living room, and I pulled up YouTube and I was watching all the recaps from the first day or so, and I was watching yours, and that was the first time he had seen your content, and he was like, "Oh, this guy's really good."
Really?
Like, yeah, he's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Dude, coming from you guys,
because he's like, oh, he could tell all your comics in the background, and he saw your Boba Fett's right away, so he was kind of geeking out.
Oh, he saw it. Yeah, I put him there for a reason, right there. But yeah, I haven't met Dan either, or Reese. I mean, we've been talking, but I've never met you. So, and everybody else in the fam too. I mean, I can congratulate Corey. Hopefully, he's going. I think he's going to shake his hand. Yes. We'll try to get Rob stuff, like as of his bad knee. We'll try to get him.
I like Rob. I met Rob at the kickoff party.
Yeah, that's awesome. And everybody else, I mean, it's I can't wait. And are we going to be bowling at the bowling alley, or are we just going to be drinking at the bowling alley?
I guess it depends on if you want to bowl.
You have the rock and bowling lights. You know how they do that with the whole.
Well, we'll have some level of production value for the thing, but there'll definitely be bowling. It's just a matter of if you want to bowl or not.
Yeah, for sure.
There'll be karaoke and drinking, of course. But yeah, it should be fun.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, it's gonna be a good old pizza party.
Good old pizza party. Well, is there anything else you want to say, or are you all good, or is that? I mean, this is enough. You don't have to say anything else. I mean,
I got another
R2.
Yeah, R2, man, I love it.
And 3 other droids.
Yes, 4 droids coming Thursday. And then I have another comic to announce for Thursday as well. So I'll oh shoot! You know what I did? I think I may have messed up the time on that. Oops.
Is this one at noon? It's probably at noon, right?
It should be at noon.
There's a comic. Yeah. Breaking news, guys! You'll have to wait a couple extra hours and go after some awesome comic. We'll see what comic that's going to be.
This is why Twitter needs an edit button, but. You know what it was? It got moved. That's why and then things get moved before after the copy's written.
Well, just delete it. And
we'll figure it out.
I do it all the time. Yeah, they need an edit button. By the way, they definitely need an edit button. Anyway.
Well, I don't know. Did you see now this morning after we finally got verified after so long? Now he's just going to charge people $8 to get verified. I'm like.
I saw that. I looked into that the other day. I was like, I wonder if I could get verified. And I was all like, oh,
I'm sure you can. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's silly though. Like if you're
I can't. I don't have enough of before they did the thing. I'm not big enough or whatever. I don't know. So
it's just a subscription now.
I know that's my point.
Yeah.
I wanted to earn it, like you guys did, like everybody else, and then now I can just go, oh, okay, give me my check. And I don't want my check. I'll keep the $20 and I'll buy comics or something in Veve.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway.
All right, I got to get going, but thank you very much for having me. As always, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Alex. This is great. I appreciate it. We'll talk again soon. Thanks. You made me excited again. God.
Bye.
Yeah.